Oh, we got an outpost spawn. Hello, my dear friends, and welcome back to Season 2 of Road to Vostok's Ironman Challenge, where we subject ourselves to torture, mental torture, the resulting stimuli causing long-lasting damage to our brains. Unfortunately for us, you know, this Ironman Challenge, unfortunately for you folks, the Ironman Challenge has not been very kind to me. And I have lost 2 saves back-to-back on the second attempt at recording, which is roughly about day 4. So there are 2 relatively good videos that have been lost to the wolves. One because of an OBS error, and the other because of a hard crash. So that kind of sucks, but that's okay. So I'm going to, in the interest of keeping this engaging and fun, I'm going to keep however many attempts it takes for us to get up and running. I'm just going to keep it, and we're just going to do a kind of forever run style of Ironman run here, and that's just how it's going to have to be. Because if I lose another one of these runs due to forces beyond my control, I may have a mental breakdown. There is a shooter up ahead. God bless America. Okay. Well, we're going to run over here and reset the world, and then we'll try to farm how you say? We'll try to farm the field artillery here. So, what's new? What have we missed? There's a whole lot that we've missed, unfortunately, with those. That's 4 videos that I have been set back, unfortunately, and it's just a momentary setback, but it doesn't. I would be lying if I said it doesn't suck a little bit, especially where this is primarily what the reason we're playing so much of this is I've got exams right now, and it's driving me absolutely, they're driving me insane. The amount of stuff that I have to do, the amount of different stuff I have to do, it's a wee bit stressful at present. So I'm trying to keep calm and carry on, as the Brits say. And in order to do that, I have found that playing Road to Vostok is definitely helping. I'm comfortable playing it. I'm having fun playing it. It's easy to record. It's easy for me to get into a rhythm recording. So trying to keep up with and balance a schedule right now is just not in the cards for us. So I'm probably going to say that in every episode going forward, just so there's no confusion. I think I have said it in every episode. And also, in order to get really immersed in the game, I've decided to wear kit, because I said, you know, if you want to do that, life's too short to not do that, and I want to do that to get my head in the game. So I'm wearing a pair of Wranglers, the ultimate combat pants. You cannot prove me wrong. And oh, that's a shooter. Okay, nope. Off we go. We're gonna go up to red structure and hopefully find some food. Here in the beginning, it is not a controlled experience. It is very much so a panic sprint, and that doesn't bode well for anybody, especially not us. So we have to sacrifice a whole hell of a lot in order to come out on top. We have to sacrifice our health and our hydration, our safety. We have to run around and expose ourselves to gunfire and expose ourselves to harm's way in order to do well. And unfortunately for us, it seems like VOSTOK has started implementing kind of Raider-esque AI on, I'd say, less than 25% of the bandits. which I'm sure counts for military and border as well. But sometimes these guys will rush your position, and that is not a comfortable feeling. I've had numerous guys run up. We actually just recently, in the second attempt at the second season, we had gotten rushed by a guy with a Makarov in school. He had come out the front. We were engaging one target. He had come out the front. We killed them both. He hit us twice, though. And then we got fired on from the third floor, and it broke a bone, which we did splint. But in return... Oh, look, splint, just as we were talking about it. But in return, we had gotten rushed. He had doubled back on us as we were healing and ran up the stairs, and I did kill him, but at what cost? I had taken several rounds. This is all very good. I'm going to drink this juice. We can sustain ourselves another day. We have no clothes on. We're just suffering out here in the wild. My goal for this Ironman series, I want to do a fucking marathon run, and that's kind of shaping up to be what May's all about, is to see if we can do it in the do the 50 days in Ironman. And what I'm realizing is the conventional VOSTOK experience, the looter shooter survivalist run where we can clear every house and every structure, focusing on quests to try to make our life easier. The quintessential VOSTOK experience is not one that we can participate in Ironman and still be effective. Like, unless I make every single shot count. And honestly, I think it would be better for us if we took a step back and played more like a scavenger rather than a killer. Because the fatigue that we experience from constantly getting into gunfights is greater than the fatigue we'll experience from having to slink and run and whatnot. That's incredible. Finding water is imperative to some of the quests down the road. Absolutely imperative. And finding it out in the wild is like finding a unicorn. At least for my playthroughs, I struggle so hard to find it. Hopefully we don't have to drink it to keep our satiety, but we'll see. So, full kit, yeah. I'm rocking the Wranglers, the greatest combat pant ever developed, and I've got a British DPM Green Zone style field shirt on, and a Reese rig by Onward Research contained within are four Stanek magazines across my chest, and then I have two Dutch DPM style 3 Stanek mag pouches on either side of the main placard, so it gives me it still allows me to be small essentially, and to lay flat on my chest, but I can carry 6 additional magazines. I'm carrying 8 total right now, 8 total magazines. All full, or just about full, about 25 rounds in each M855, and yeah, I'm I've got a dangler on too with my tourniquet. I've actually got 3 tourniquets on this particular rig. Having a great time, having a good time. Life's too short not to LARP. If it's something you like, if you wanna LARP, you wanna train, you get out there and do it. Don't let anybody tell you that shit's not the right thing to do. You know what the right thing to do is? What's right for you. And as long as you're not hurting other people, do you. So these runs, like I said, have been exceptionally disappointing. It's really sucked having being set back so many times. And I'm realizing one thing too that is extremely dangerous for us is moving at night. Here in the beginning, I don't really have a choice. We can, make concessions with moving at night, but right now we spawned on Outpost, which I would argue is I would argue it's the best spawn for the Ironman challenge. It's definitely the safest next to Village. I've never had a Village spawn on Ironman though. So if you spawn at school, there's a 50-50 chance you get clapped in the school structure itself. That's the only place to really find good loot. Now, if you spawn on Highway, your only option for loot really is to go to the Kala Market, which is a death trap. That is a good way to get shot and killed, especially with the way the AI seems to behave now. I don't know if I'm just now noticing this or what, but they do seem to not only home in on your location, but if they notice that they have any type of advantage over you, like you're unarmed per se, they'll pursue your location. So we have got to play. Wow. What the hell was that? That is quite the find. That is quite the find for trade alone. We can really get a good portion of gear for that, and we can hold on to one of those for a quest down the road, and that is good. I said that it's kind of better for us to not worry about questing so much as it is survival, which I do agree with, but if we find freebies like that, then there's no reason for us not to take it. And that's unheard of. That is absolutely unheard of, what we just did there. I have tried several attempts at this challenge, and I have never found 3 of the same weapon. Even in regular VOSTOK, I've never found 3 of the same weapon in a container like that, and I've never found 2 magazines to the 2 weapons that I was carrying. That's unreal. Absolutely unbelievable. Both of these are... Oh yeah, both of these are going to carry us very far here in VOSTOK. So now... Here is the difficult decision. We should go back to the tent first, reset it, check those 2 locations again, and then what we're going to do is go immediately to VOSTOK. And I know that sounds absolutely insane, but we can find things to sustain ourselves in VOSTOK very easily. Food, water, weapons, ammunition, it's all present in VOSTOK. And we can go ahead and work on getting the oil samples in terminal so that we may complete that quest and get the classroom key off rip, which if we get the classroom key, that will become our primary base of operations. I'm going to put this AK-12 over here. Put this down here. How lucky are we? That's actually incredible. Hold on to 1 sugar. I'm not taking the water with us. No way, no how. It is far too valuable for us to drink it. We can suffer with dehydration longer than we think we can. And we did in the last part. We had a panic run to VOSTOK, unfortunately. By the time we hit VOSTOK proper, we were parched and not doing very well. And we had a major come up, so I'm hoping that is going to be true for us here once more. I don't don't really want to take the shotgun with us, not even for trade. It's just not a good weapon system to be carrying around. That's kind of crazy. Oh, holy shit! Whoa! The Border Zone hoodie. I've never even seen this before. Jeez Louise. What the hell is this all about? Oh, man. Wow, this is... Look at us, we're covered in blood. It's shaping up to be one. Hell, oh my fucking god, dude. Look, an M4 on the ground. Wow, we must have really set the system off. Look at all this. M05 Kukuro. Very good. Bandage. Yeah, we must have really reset the spawns. Holy shit. That's incredible. That is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic for us. We will go drop this stuff off real quick. I'm half tempted to run down, but I don't want to be greedy. Fortune favors the bold, but life favors the wise. And I totally agree with mottos like "Who dares wins." I definitely agree with that. I could not agree more. Within context, Oh, shit. I'm just realizing now that the RK62's grip is just a round, like, one-piece stamped grip. That's quite interesting. So we are going in and out once more, and we're going to run down and see if we can get anything to sustain ourselves with on the border trip. Regardless... Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Let's duck our head. We'll get the MP5 out. Okay, we did kill him. Very good. Very good indeed. What do you have? Melatonin? We can sleep. We could sleep the night away if we wished. Quite honestly, it's not the worst idea. That spare magazine is a godsend. And this is also a godsend. Unbelievable. Sometimes, sometimes I think that everything happens for a reason, and maybe this will be the transformative run. One thing we do want to be exceptionally mindful of is how much shit we're carrying around with us at any given time. We do not want to be playing as a pack mule, and I'll tell you why. If we're trying to hoard shit for better trade deals, we're going to be focusing on the trading aspect more than surviving. So we need to be, not saying that our carrying capacity is really, it doesn't really affect our movement or our dexterity, but what we do need to be doing is focusing on staying alive, and we don't need to keep 50 fucking weapon systems, right? Now, if we want to keep 50 weapon systems and, sell them all or whatever, that's different, but we're going to be maintaining one primary system. We should be maintaining one primary weapon system to sustain us throughout the game. We can switch that as need be, but I think if we focus on one weapon and only swap it once it starts getting down, like right now, this AK-12, I mean, even though 545 is rare, we could definitely use it for this opening run and then sell it later, switching over to the RK series, which is a much more sustainable option with 7.62 being abundant. Or I'm not personally comfortable with the the MP5 as a primary, but, you know, I'm sure we could do it. Wow. There is... Wow, 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 wow. That's unfucking real. We are dangerous. For the first time since I have started this challenge, I am extremely confident in our ability to be an active combatant. That's unbelievable stuff there. That is unbelievable indeed. Now, we don't have a good amount of sustainment. Hopefully we get some over here. If not, we're going to have to be dehydrated going into VOSTOK. Our health is at 100, though. That will help us tremendously. To kind of take a loss. But as Chief Keef said, I'm a boss, so I took a loss and said, oh well. Words to live by. I love the, I sure do love the bloodstains on our gear. That's pretty damn cool. Eat this. Rock on. Hydration just went up. That may have bought us some time. That may have bought us some time indeed. So we've had a bunch of big talks about VOSTOK and, you know, the future of VOSTOK and whatnot, and I'm very satisfied with how everything's going. I can't wait to see more. The dev deserves, you know, all the praise in the world, and you know, if you guys are on the fence about getting VOSTOK, and if you're anything like me, then you'll really enjoy this title, maybe more than some other survival shooters, extraction shooter types out there. If you like Stalker, this is definitely one to try out. It emulates a lot of systems that we see within Stalker without the mutants and anomalies. There's no science fiction here. It is it's just very grounded indeed, and it's neat. It really is. Definitely worth checking out. If you have any interest in any of the the aforementioned games, Stalker, Escape from Tarkov, I hate the border zone. I hate it so much. You know, what are the other ones? Incursion, Gray Zone, anything like that. This is definitely worth checking out. All right. I hate moving through here so much. I absolutely fucking hate the border zone. I hate moving around the mines. I hate getting into engagements with the border guards, who are absolute fucking lunatics and deadly accurate. Even more so than the military we encounter in VOSTOK. Now, I have been kind of using these crossings to tell stories, and right now at this present moment I don't have a story in mind. These mines, though, are... I have been calling them toe poppers. These are bouncing betties, indeed. These are exceptionally dangerous little bastards, and they without fail will cause bleed every time they're used, every time we trigger one, because of the shrapnel. They explode at about chest level, which the game is, you know, luckily for us, the game allows us to trip 2 of them without instantly dying. So definitely very lucky, but these are definitely AP mines, anti-personnel mines, man shredders. No fun indeed. I've got glare on my screen right now. I have my exposure turned up pretty significantly, so I can see, and so I don't have to edit so much in post, because I know that's annoying. Not annoying, but I know it definitely looks a little different for you folks, or at least I assume it does. It looked different when I was looking at it. Hopefully it's not too noticeable. But unfortunately I do have to edit, or else you're not going to be able to see anything. I hope I didn't catch that too late either. So you see our hydration failing pretty quickly. It's at 22. By the time we cross, you see a tower there. That means there's another tower here, I believe. Just partially obscured. By the time we leave here, we're going to have to run straight into a Khrushchevka and start terror looting. Just grabbing everything that we can. And food-wise. And then once we get sustained, we're going to go straight to terminal. I have not done that in previous runs. This is going to be the first time we do that, and hopefully it works in our favor. But I'm sick of living out of that tent. I've spent a lot of time in the tent, and okay. No. Unfortunately for us, I tripped a mine. That's fine though. We can see one right there. Okay. Oh, Jesus. This place makes me so nervous and tense, especially moving at night without a light. Just having to use our eyeballs for navigation. It's definitely anxiety inducing. And we popped a mine, which is never good. But it's okay, because we are closer to the transition than we think. We can pick up the pace here. Alright, just get me to VOSTOK, please. Пожалуйста. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Alright, so we are dehydrated. You see that in the bottom left-hand corner. This is shaping up to be just like our last run here. We're going to go to the right Khrushchevka, and this puts us in a straight line, not only for loot and gear, but it'll lead us to terminal in a much more straight line. Alright, let's get in and get this done. Oop. I'm going to throw our weapon on full. Okay, nothing here. It's gonna take a couple structures, or a couple apartments to find goodies, unfortunately, but once we do, everything will be fine. We're just gonna have to eat everything. Eat everything is gonna be the name of the game. This is bizarre. Usually there's at least something by now. Seems like we're just having a troubled spawn. Yeah, it is so tense. Okay, we don't want sugar. Sugar is going to dehydrate us even further. Our health is taking a fucking hit though. Okay, last one. Okay, there we go. Fantastic. Alright, this will set us up. Very good. This will set us up for the rest of our experience. Very good, very good, very good. Alright, and you see we are, just like nothing happened, we are back to normal. I'm not going to go back through the individual apartments. It's not really worth it. What I am going to do is move on to the second stairwell and start looting, looking for food and special crates. And if we don't find special crates, that's fine. We'll just come back to VOSTOK. But for now, we are good. We have a solid weapon system. We have our head is armored, which will protect us more than we think from small arms fire. It seems like the helmet definitely goes first when we're wearing it, and being attacked by bad entities. And we have a suppressed rifle in episode 1. That's good. That's very good. Usually, it's either late episode 1. Oh, holy shit! Look at all this. Okay. Nope, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that at all. I need a backpack. We'll come back for this. Remember, first Khrushchevka, second apartment in the back. It's bold of me to assume I could carry that without a fucking backpack, which worries me because now that is our main goal, is to find a backpack, because we can't go to terminal without one. Okay. Do have some military crates. Perhaps we'll find a patrol backpack and get lucky. I hope so, at least. Fingers crossed. Oh man, we could take a rest if we wish. I'm gonna unload all of this. I am gonna hold on to the magazines, I think, or at least one magazine apiece. Yeah, I'll hold on to one magazine apiece, and the ammo. Drink everything as we find it. We might sleep in the in this Khrushchevka, perhaps at the end of it, just depending on how we're doing. We've yet to find a alarm clock, so I don't really know when we are in the world. I've been trying my damnedest to come up with a efficient strategy for Ironman that is kind of ubiquitous or universal for everybody to enjoy, so I can, like, I don't know, use my platform to help you out. And I'm just not finding something that works 100% of the time. And I guess that's much like real life. I mean, you have to be adaptive and, you know, move and shift with the tides. So you say, or how you say, shift with the tides, change with the tides, move with the moon phases or some shit. I don't know. You really do, though. You really have to just be adaptive, and that seems to be what is helping us the most. I'm going to take that rifle so we have a backup option. I think if I put this here, 1, 2, 3. So this is the most stuff that we can carry. So I'm going to start eating what we find. I'm going to use those tissues to get our mental health up. But what have we done here? We have created food, or we have found food, medicine, and hydration. We are armed, so all of our basic needs are taken care of. If we get hurt, we can bounce back from it relatively quickly. The sun is coming up, so it should be about 04:30, 05 in the morning, which is good for us. Good for us. That means that moving on terminal is going to be at daytime. People say, in their opinion, that moving at night is easier for them. I take the opposite viewpoint. I think moving at night kind of gives you an advantage over the AI, but I do not I do not believe that it is a high enough advantage or a great enough advantage to sacrifice your own visibility. It is a harsh world out here in VOSTOK. Indeed, a harsh world, and any chance you get to give yourself an advantage in, whether it be in a gunfight, whether it be stocking up food. I know I might sound kind of contradictory to some of my previous statements, but you really need to do what works for you. We're gonna be cautious, but we are going to go up here to this radio tower and check its contents, because sometimes there is a special crate that spawns here. It doesn't seem like we've got it today, but there are military crates to be checked. There's an AK and gloves. I'm going to keep the work gloves. We don't have to worry about, God forbid, we ever feel froggy and I decide to do a winter run, because that shit sucked. I tried one of those. I did not record any of it. I just tried one. I was like, you know what? This is going to be miserable. Other bad news. We're not going to keep the cat, and I'll tell you why. Keeping the cat requires us to put a lot of constraint on ourselves, and it forces us to rush, right? Because I'm more worried about the cat than I am our own personal safety, which it sounds good in theory, and yeah, sure, it could theoretically make for good content, like us panicking about the cat, but I rather us focus on getting to day 50 than having to worry about our feline friend. And if I think, I'm fairly certain, in season 1 of Ironman, we talked about my wife and I's new kitten. She is doing great, and we have named her. Her name is Kali Ma, or Kali for short. She is named after the Hindu deity of transformation and destruction. Kali Ma is one of the manifestations of Parvati, who is Shiva's wife. Parvati is Shiva's wife. And Parvati, in this form as Kali Ma, or the Black One, or the Black Mother, depending on who you ask, she is a four-armed, black and or blue-skinned deity with fangs and a long tongue dripping red with blood, holding a bowl, a severed head, wearing a garland of human skulls, and a necklace, or no, not a necklace, excuse me, a belt of severed human arms. And she holds a large blade, a severed head, a bowl, and something else. She's badass. She's metal as fuck. There's no, there are few deities more metal than her, and she's a demon slayer, which is even more badass. And yeah, our little bean needed all the help she could get to grow big and strong. So I think the goddess of transformation was definitely a right choice in her naming. But she's healthy and happy and all that. And my wife and I are both so grateful that her recovery has been the way it has been. You know, very. It's very welcome. We both got really attached really early. Which, how do you not? You know. What else have we been talking about over the course of the series? I've started doing both Swedish and Finnish on top of my regular Russian lessons. Finnish is quite the cool language. There's all sorts of nifty vowels and words that I am totally unfamiliar with with my brain, and I'm very excited to continue learning. Very excited indeed. Okay, there's a shooter outside. We're going to maneuver on him and put him in the dirt so I don't have to worry about it later. He's outside of this wall, I think. He's to my left, okay. So I'm going to get pole position on him. I think one of the voice lines that these guys have is yeah, visual stalker, which means I see a stalker. I think. I could be wrong. I could be misinterpreting it. But I'm fairly certain that's one of the voice lines. And I about lost my marbles when I heard him say that. Now, I could be making it up. I'm not 100% sure. Alright, something else I'm going to do. I'm going to go hide in this left structure, and we're going to get... we're going to loot and take all this cold medicine. We're going to summon the Hat Man once again. Honestly, I could drop this AK mag since we don't actually need it right now. We have this RK. We have plenty of stuff to sleep if we have to sleep in VOSTOK. And if not, we can just hold onto the pillow for the Generalist quest, because I know we're going to eventually be pursuant of that. One thing I need to be mindful of in our playthrough is me slowing the fuck down. I have this tendency to sprint. You see me sprinting everywhere, and you know, that's cool and all, but it's dangerous. It's really, really dangerous, and I do not want to repeat this. So we're not going to repeat this. We're not going to repeat this. This is it. We're doing Ironman. We're doing it for the whole 50 days. And the other thing I'm going to do is utilize our fucking beds. We're going to sleep. Because I've noticed I'm staying alive for like 150 fucking days at a time, not sleeping. That's not good. Okay. So we got to find a backpack. Shit. That sucks. I forgot that was part of why we wanted to be in VOSTOK. Motherfucker. Okay. Well, this might be... We might have to repeat this part. Fingers crossed we'll find something here. A vest to help our capacity. A backpack would be stellar, quite honestly. There's all sorts of military stuff here. Ah, yes. Of course. Perfect. Thank you. How much? This holds 5 kilos. Okay. So it is worth keeping, most definitely. I'm going to remove this, clear the chamber, throw the 9 up in there, and take the full size with us. Okay, sweet. Finding that is definitely helpful. We could drop literally everything and just take the oil samples, but I'm not totally keen on doing that. I'm looking for these green structures. There should be 3 more located within the terminal itself, and I'm also going to take us up the silo. There is a chance that the military crates will have gear for us. Okay, these open on the other side. These Connex boxes. Nothing. Okay. Nothing. Nothing. Shooter up high. Let's see if we can't pop him. Got him. Nice. Alright. I did switch us back to semi-automatic. The more we can stay in semi-automatic and put accurate shots on target, the better. Now, that goes out the fucking window when it comes to CQB because these guys have decided to rush us all of a sudden. And that is something that was behavior I thought was kind of reserved for the Punisher. I've heard that their goons, well, the Punisher and their goons like to rush the player, even though in our first encounter with them we did not see that. But yes, that is a fact of life. And now, unfortunately for us, we must worry about standard enemies rushing us as well. All in all, you know, the odds are stacked against us, and that is a fact that we're going to have to make peace with. Okay, there's a shooter. I can't see him yet. Those green structures are over there. We're going to go in that direction. If we can't find a backpack shortly, we're just going to have to go back to VOSTOK and thug it out over there. Which we're no stranger of thugging it out in unfamiliar territory. There's the shooter. I see his little legs. Okay, we killed him. Sweet. Is there another shooter moving on us? No, I'm just paranoid. I think everything's a fucking hostile. Sometimes bandit corpses do have goodies on them. Doesn't seem like this time they do. I'll switch this over. I'm not picking up books. I'd like the ammo, though. Honestly, we could drop this sugar and shit. If we need to make room for weight. Each of those... Was I hearing footsteps? Each of those fucking gas samples, or I mean oil samples, not gas samples, they weigh 10 kilos apiece. So it's definitely... No, not equipped. Fuck me. Okay, there we go. Drop this off. Drop one of these off. Drink my juice. That is kind of the end of our hydration, though. I mean, we can feign hydration from peas and pears and whatnot, but the peanuts are staying as a last-ditch effort. How we doing? Still doing okay? All right, let's go hit the green containers, and we'll hit these military crates up top, and then the green containers over here, and then we'll get the fuck out of here. I think there should be a corpse up here, right? Alright, no military backpack, no Yakari. There is this dead guy, though. We hit him right in the nostril. Perfect. See, here, we are making the 545 platform viable, since we have found a good one out in the wild. We could drop that Glock too. That's something else that we don't really need to hang on to, but I'm kind of hesitant to let go of it right now. I don't know why. Probably because it's in good condition. It's hard to find things in good condition, and when you do, it's definitely worth holding on to them. You know, if it's sub 50%, you see that shooter? Oh shit. Oh shit is right. God bless America. Just like that, we are go from predator to prey We're going to be utilizing our grenades. That's for fucking sure. That is for goddamn sure here. I haven't been. That all is going to change. We're going to leave that behind. The more of these guys we kill, though, the better off we are, because we are getting all of their ammo. They are not bound by the chains of conformity and ammo management that we are. They do have infinite magazines, it seems. I'm praying for a backpack. I'm praying for a fucking backpack. Please give me a backpack. Special crate. Cool. Cool. Special crate with jack shit in it. That sucks. We do have batteries, though. Oh, that's actually really disappointing. You know, the special crates are kind of your bread and butter for finding rare gear and whatnot, and to find one that sucks, that definitely hurts. Well, this is a bust. Oh shit, shooter. Put one in his fucking ear. All right. Let's go, do what we've been doing. I'm thankful we got our ammo back. We're gonna have to shoot better, man. I don't know what to tell us. We're just gonna have to be a fucking, be more of a threat to these guys. I mean, we're alive. You know, it doesn't matter if we have 1 health or 100 health after a gunfight. I mean, we're still alive. As long as we're surviving, we're surviving, right? And that's what matters. But I'm definitely gonna have to get my fucking target acquisition down and put these shots on the bad guys better. I might use one of our... Oh, we don't have anything else. Fuck. Yeah, okay, never mind. Lord have mercy. Oh. I see him. Killed him. Killed him. Alright, we're gonna leave terminal here momentarily. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? This is in the best shape. You're leaving. We don't need that shit. This is absolutely fucking insane what we're doing. Okay. That's just clearing that that culvert. Like there was gonna be a fucking dude in there. You never know. I mean, I could have fooled me. Killed him. All right. Yeah, terminal's definitely not for the weak. I tell you what, this is what the game's all about, though. Is that high risk, high reward shit. Thank you, random guard, for your contribution to my health and safety. Honestly, that can come with us. No, I see. I'm doing that thing. I'm doing that fucking Aqua FPS loot goblin nonsense. I'm getting I'm getting too attached to the loot. I'm thinking too much about what I can do with the loot and not what I need to be doing right now. And you know what I need to do right now is survive. I need to survive. And in order to do that, in order to thrive in this environment, we've got to get nasty. And in order for us to survive, to thrive, we've got to get nasty. We've got to get on their level. We've got to hit them where it hurts. Before we transition, we're going to unload all of these magazines. This is the most 545 I've ever found in a single instance of Road to VOSTOK, and I am just pleased as can be to have all of it. I'm going to keep, I think 3 magazines is a fair amount of magazines to keep. What do you think? Should we hold on to more or not? I personally say no. I was really holding on to those purely for the fucking ammunition, and not wanting to clear them there. So let's go back to the apartments and find a backpack. This will be a lot easier than we think. It should come fairly naturally to us. We can honestly shoot right through the wood line here. Granted, there's not patrolling soldiers. Sometimes they spawn here. So we'll be careful. Attentive, as per usual. But these 4 Khrushchevkas here with the courtyard in the center, I haven't come up with a name for this yet. Maybe you can, courtyard or the whatever this is, the compound with the 4 Khrushchevkas. This is the place to be for loot. They tend to have the best loot out of all the Khrushchevkas. Maybe I'm getting lucky, but I have the best luck finding special crates here. I also have the most contact here. So keep that in mind if you come here. Just be ready for a little bit more of a fight. But nothing too crazy. You don't have to go out of your way and gear up and shit. I mean, you see what I take with me. I've come here over the course of all of our playthroughs and even playing in my own time. I've come to VOSTOK with nothing more than a fucking PM before, and came out on the other side just to get shot by a bandit in the village. The game's what you make it, and it's brutal. Brutal as can be, no matter where you are. VOSTOK is actually a breath of fresh air compared to the village half the time. And I do want to spend a good amount of our time here in VOSTOK. I would like that quite a lot. I think that's going to be our goal, but in order for us to do that, we need to better... we need to get better equipped. Better equipped to deal with the threats of the border zone. So I'd like to find a LPVO or an ACOG or something to throw on top of this. The micro dot is phenomenal. This is a fantastic optic. The aim point micro dot. Look at that. Boop. We'll hold on to that. And the alarm clock is great. We'll throw that in there. We may listen to some music on our cassette. Granted, we find it. Hopefully we find the electro folk cassette. I would like to listen to that. Observer Monk, what is your favorite genre of music? Well, viewers, I'm glad you asked. We have a bunch of different genres of music we like. I like it all. I truly do. But indie is my overall favorite. I love indie right now. I'd say Gigi Perez, Ali Nichols. Who else do we have? After Luis, Sad's Fit. These are just some of the titles I've been listening to recently. Some of the singer-songwriters. Gigi Perez in particular is probably my favorite. Gun to my head, if I have to pick right now. But I listen to everything. Ooh, special crate. Cool. Alright, well, unfortunately, this is dog shit condition, and it's not worth taking with us because of its condition. So that's the second bust of a... Oh, wow. Well, don't mind if I do. That is the second bust of a special crate that we have found, just to be followed by an overly stocked cabinet, which I'm not complaining about. If you hear the lawnmower outside, I'm so fucking sorry. I have no control over when the lawn gets cut. I'll tell you a funny story. There is a set of apartments, relatively. There's a set of apartments in my area that is constantly being worked on, right? Whether that be the grass being cut, like with a pair of scissors, or whether or not they're doing construction or whatever the fuck it happens to be. I have to talk over the lawnmower. Oh, there is a special crate though. That's joyous. I'm gonna close this. Anyways, yeah, that's a thing that happens. That is a new. Yeah, so this particular set of apartments that I'm referencing, they get a lot of special treatment from their from the landlord or the owner or the proprietor, whatever the fuck it is. And this dude's constantly fucking maintaining these apartments, which I guess would be good for like the visual, you know, the visual aesthetic of the apartments. But I'm sure for the residents, if I lived there, I would have to put in a fucking request for transfer. This is the first time I think we've ever had the lawnmower in our recording. Oh, joyous day. Look at that. Now we have big carrying capacity. Oh yes, very good indeed. I am going to continue searching for the Yakari backpack. Just so we have the best possible backpack when going to do this quest. And if not, we'll just do it like this and we'll end up dropping some shit. I'll probably drop the RK and just find another one down the road. Man, we're really doing God's work here in VOSTOK today. I'm going to, like I said, utilize our resources. I'm going to get a bed for the tent or classroom, dependent on which location we stay in. Depending on how the events go, hopefully we can go straight to the classroom. Fingers crossed. Our hydration is failing. Oh my god, don't tell. Okay, we have juice. Never mind. I was gonna say, don't make me do it. Please, game, don't make me do it. We're so hungry. We're so hungry. I'm gonna eat the war chocolate. Get our energy up. Hell yeah, dude. And our mental health. Alright, one melatonin is enough melatonin for us. I'm gonna eat both of these. I don't need this extra optic. I'm just carrying it. Nor do I need the extra magazine. No, I've already convinced myself to drop it. I'm gonna keep the snooze since it's a rare find. God, man, I don't know what it is. I don't use tobacco products. But when I play VOSTOK and I see that snooze, I just want to throw a snooze pouch in. I haven't used tobacco products in years now. Like true tobacco products. I don't use any nicotine or anything, but not anymore. But I did successfully quit. But man, I tell you what, I bet a snooze pouch would send me into orbit right now, where I haven't had nicotine in years. I bet you have to pry me up off the floor. I'm gonna switch this cap over, even though I love the M62 cap, because the mosquito hat is for a quest line, and it's just a passive thing we can do. Nice! Look! Joyous day. Joyous day indeed. That makes me very happy. Alright, so we can take this and this. We do have all the carrying capacity in the world. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to make some hard decisions here. And I think the hard decision is going to be to remove this and the magazine and keep the ammo. We're going to rid ourselves of the secondary weapon, and we're going to rid ourselves of the Glock, I do believe, or the MP5, but I'd rather keep the MP5 because it'll sell better. And then we're going to dump that off. There isn't a repair kit for armor in the game. There's no point in keeping that. Alright, and this is perfect for us to... this should be perfect for us to... actually... No, what weighs so much? How much do these weigh? 0.5. 0.5. We could lose a pound dropping that off. We could drop the fucking 223. Even though I'm not thrilled about doing that, but that is something we could do. How much does this weigh? Nothing. So it's fine to keep that. Damn. Decisions. See, I've never been so worried about... I mean, I guess we could drop this. Does that not affect our weight? Are you fucking serious? That's bizarre. Oh, I didn't know we could smoke the cigars. Lord, you learn something new every day. Okay, let's get rid of this. Alright, we'll figure it out. Sorry for that, folks. Trying to micromanage our inventory so when we're carrying around... Wait a second, hold on. We don't have to do that. Hold on. They're 10 kilos apiece. Oh my god, I just cut us down tremendously. Well, that's... Actually, hold on, we do need the space, though. Could we... No. We're gonna take all this back, though. Yeah. Okay. Lord. Oh, right. Well, now we need food. Jesus, I was thinking that they were 20 kilos apiece. I think they're only 10 kilos. Fuck. All right. Well, we've definitely got someone's attention. I'd like to find a little bit of food and water before we step off, just so we have that as soon as we cross into terminal. I wonder if that shooter is on a roof or if he's on foot somewhere. That definitely changes how we go about dealing with them. All right, that's plenty of food to get us across the border. Let's move. I'm gonna check upstairs just to make sure there's not a special crate. Not like it matters one way or another. I can't not. My brain won't let me not check. There's another juice. That's great. Hydration is definitely more important than energy. It seems to... Maybe it doesn't depreciate or decay as quickly as energy, like I think it does, but it definitely worries me more than our satiety levels. I'm gonna just take off. Okay, I guess they're not on the roof, or maybe they're pursuing us, which is even more terrifying. Okay, well, clean sweep. Clean sweep indeed. Another beautiful day in VOSTOK. I love this game. I love this game. I love the environments. I could just drink it in, man. I love being out in nature. I love camping. I love LARPing. I love training. I love all that. Just love it. I love being out in the woods. I'm getting ready to. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna figure out a way to do some like primitive bushcraft shit. I want to learn how to work with mud bricks. I'm gonna go down that rabbit hole coming up. That's something I'm really interested in. I'm gonna eat one of these painkillers. Okay, nice. All right, now we are full up. Let's go get what we need, what we came here for, and get out. And then we'll just slowly make our way across the minefield, utilizing the outside. We could sleep in VOSTOK too. That is the other thing. Nothing's stopping us from doing that. And, you know, the more we utilize our melatonin and stuff, the better off we're going to be. Honestly. I do like to keep the matches on us. That's something I'm going to utilize more this round. If we can get our water stores up. And in the last round, we didn't find a single freaking... how you say? We didn't find a single airdrop. Not a single one spawned. And we even pushed it. Like attempting to force spawn. Actually, give me those 9s. If the MP5 is going to be our companion, then we're just going to have to keep it fed. If you keep your weapon system well fed, it will take care of you. All right, we have plenty of room. Plenty of room. Okay, he took several more rounds than I had anticipated. I think what was happening was our rounds were impacting that railing in front of him. I am going to take a moment to reload. Throw a fresh mag in, and then we'll top this off so we're not losing any time. Not losing any time at all. Nice. You know what would make me more comfortable in general about some of these crazy AI and whatnot is a fucking extended magazine, like a 60-round drum mag. That would definitely alleviate a little bit of my tension, just knowing I have, you know, even 40 rounds, even one of the big P mags. I would go as far as to say a surefire 60 quad stack mag. Just dajte mi mnie, пожалуйста. All right. Looking for oil samples. Looking for oil samples. I'm sure you could insert any run-of-the-mill USA joke here if it makes you giddy. Ah, yes, the humble lumber that I can't find back at the village, but I can sure as shit find it here in VOSTOK when I don't have space or capacity for it. Sons of bitches, I tell you what. We should find 3 of these suckers just laying around. Fingers crossed. I know I'm kind of running around crazy. Well, we'll go back through more fine comb style. I think there's one up there. I could be wrong. Is that a trick of the light, or is that one? It is a trick of the light. Shit, but there's one here. Nice. We just need one more. One more, and then we'll run back. We'll skedaddle with our treasures. Okay, we're at 34 kilos. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. Doing fine. Fuck me. You're a helicopter. It seems like they're striking strategic targets. I am so excited for the continued lore updates. I'm fairly certain we talked about the lore at the end of part 1. Oh wow, that's actually unbelievable. Hard to believe. I think we talked about it. I'm not 100% certain. But if we didn't, the lore videos that Auntie the dev has put together are absolutely fucking phenomenal. They are live action, which is so cool. And oh man, they were perfect. Shut up. They really capture the isolation and the desolation that is VOSTOK. And so you have, after or following Midsummer in an undisclosed year, sometimes post-January, that's okay, that's a lot of goodies. Love how the game just decides to give a shit. Santa jacket. I've never found a Santa jacket before. No, I did. I did back in the demo. I remember that because it was the whole basis for the Krampus series, essentially. The Krampus micro-series. Operator Krampus, and then Krampus Cleans House, I think. I had so much fun with the demo. That was really coming into my own at that time. And I had a lot of fun doing that. But, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, the lore. So, the first transmission shows, like, the downfall, and then Finland, there's some type of military action, military incursion, as well as a bizarre signal that no one can trace the origin of, that is causing mass hysteria, essentially. Not the signal itself, but the contents of the signal, or the contents of the transmission, whatever. And then you have the widespread panic, and then the border zone crops up. It is created. The police leave. The place falls into anarchy. You have military action on both sides of the border. Special operations moving in. Yada yada yada. But it's all very vague, and it's not really explained what's happening. And then the bandit lore I found very insightful, because they're blaming the government for it, saying that they left them behind within the zone, which leads me to believe that the evacuation that took place was rushed and forced, causing a lot of people to be displaced. Quite interesting. I love bandits with humanity, and that's a trope that could definitely be used more. Like, even though you don't really feel sorry for them, making bandits feel human, like their threshold, their desperation has just cracked, right? They themselves have just cracked, rather than being, these inherently violent people. Like, I'd love to see that particular trope. I think it's really good. It's like when we killed that bandit. I don't know if you're going to see that or if that's something that came out, but we kill a bandit at one point in one of the iterations of this, and he's got cat food in his pocket, and it just, it shows it's a subtle thing, and I know it's just random loot spawning, me attaching value to something that's totally random, but seeing that is really cool indeed. It gives you it gives you the ability to tell yourself a story, and I think that's important for games like this. We're looking for this last oil sample, man. I'm not finding it. We may end up having to pop over. This is risky for our our food and water, but we can pop over to VOSTOK again, to the apartments, and then pop back over, like lickety-split, and see if that helps. I really would love to not do that, but they are leaving me with little options. I'm not taking these back and then coming back. Fuck that, honestly. Yeah, I think we've scoured this pretty darn good. All right. Well, we have yeah, we've got plenty of stuff to keep our energy levels up, and we'll stop in VOSTOK before we leave to make sure we have the goods to get us home. Your sustainment, man, it's insane how there's something I've heard before from a much wiser individual than myself, especially at the time when I heard this. But the human body does not run on 5.56. The body does not run on ammunition, right? So you have to, when you're thinking about sustainment, your lickies and chewies, you've got to prioritize your sustainment. And, security is always going to be your most important priority of work, regardless of what you're doing. But you have to be able to, you have to have food and water to continue to operate, like at any standard, any operational standard, any operational tempo. You can't just expect your body to put up with repeated abuse and you not repair it, right? Or you not feed it. That's goofy. That's unrealistic thinking. Yeah, so sometimes we have to drop a magazine. You see me only carrying 3 mags, not counting the MP5 magazine, but carrying 3 mags and trying to focus on sustainment for the rest. All right, back we go. Ah, yes, it was a beautiful night here in VOSTOK. See the Pleiades, and then to the left of the Pleiades, you see Orion's belt right there. That is our dear friend Orion, the hunter. And it is a Jaeger moon. Every night in VOSTOK is a Jaeger's moon. And we're definitely eating it up. So I'm going to stop here and deal with our sustainment issue. Have a bite to eat. A little bit of goose juice. All right, and then we're going to pick up and get moving. All right. Now, I wonder if at some point in time in the near future, we're going to see a trader in VOSTOK. I know that there are more planned traders. There's a fisherman, which I think is badass. The fisherman's going to deal in products such as scuba tanks and whatnot. I find that very cool. I can't wait to see that come to fruition. But there's also Grandma. Grandma, I don't know if Grandma is perhaps the lady mentioned in the 3rd lore update, the scientist update, because there's also a scientist coming. But in that update, there's an individual that is operating an observation post. He's monitoring radio waves, and he gets a call over his radio, or it's a, I believe it's a telephone. But he gets a call, nonetheless, from an individual that tells him the car is going to be at the gate very shortly, and he needs to get ready because the woman who was thought, they say the woman was, she was supposed to leave for Sweden. She is not. You're supposed to go talk to her. She's in this house, and there's a painting that, this painting that the military police had seen, they thought was suspicious. It said Stella or Stellar something. I can't remember what it was, Stellar Majora or Stellar Major. Something like that. I think I'm butchering it. I'm not exactly sure what it said, but it was something esoteric like that. And the dude hangs up the phone and gets going, and then it cuts to what is presumably a group of individuals around a table getting briefed by some head of an intelligence service or high position within the government, who gives them two folders, a blue folder that has all the access passes and ID tags and whatnot they'll need for this operation that they're being briefed on, and then a red folder that has all of the details about whatever's going on in VOSTOK, what's about to happen, what is happening, whatever it happens to be. And I find that really interesting, because not only is it vague, there's our oil capsule, let's get the fuck out of here. Not only is it vague, and it doesn't tell you anything else, that's it, you're left to wonder, what was in that red folder. But they tell you that very few people in the world have seen this folder, and even fewer will ever see it. So it gives you that suspense. And if there's one thing VOSTOK does tremendously well, even better than Stalker, when it comes to like A-Life and suspense, VOSTOK builds suspense. Your gunfights are tense, they're tight, they're closed off. Everything is life or death, every single engagement. You start taking contact from this AI, and I've said numerous times how much I really like VOSTOK's AI. I even compared it to the original Fear. These dudes, they may not work as a team necessarily, or at least we haven't seen that, but they're definitely on top of their shit. They engage you, they move, they will move on your position, they'll flank you, they will rush you. They really hit your weak points, and they are fantastic at suppressing and keeping your head pinned down. Well, these guys are nuts. And, the suspense is something that's kind of difficult to capture in a gunfight, and a lot of games try to make up for the lack of actual suspense by either making AI that's far too difficult and aimbody, or they make AI, they make their AI like too difficult or mid-tier difficulty, and then they do the suppression effects, or like they'll put too much fucking suppression effect on. They'll fuck with your recoil and whatnot, which you see when we get hit, we do have a little bit of that. Not as bad as something like Ready or Not, which, don't get me started on Ready or Not's fucking suppression system. Oh, look, special crate. Holy shit. Cool. Cool indeed. We'll just take that, just in case. Oh, nope. I'm gonna take the 7.62 and that. Thank you. Thank you. I love these special crates, man. They make me so happy to find. I'm gonna stop here and eat real quick. Eat this can of meat. And our juice. We should honestly stop and get more stuff. Perhaps we'll do that real quick. We'll just go get some hydration. Maybe some food. Just one or two items, and then we'll continue on. Okie dokie. All right, moving interior. There is a shooter here. We got cigarettes. That's another quest done. I love completing quests, and I love when it comes naturally. No stress, no nothing, just knocking out the quests. Oh, something I would love to see implemented is, you know how I'm always talking about water being so fucking difficult to find? It's so unbelievably hard to find water. I would love, absolutely adore, to see the ability to... We're going to leave now. That was plenty enough food and water for us for our sustainment needs. I would love to see food and water, or no, water particularly. What am I trying to say? I would love to be able to harvest water from rivers or ponds or lakes or whatever it happens to be. I'd love to be able to take water out and boil it so I could eat my pea soup in peace, rather than have to use bottled water all the time, because bottled water is hard to find. And in order for me to cook my meatballs, I need water. Give me the ability, please, to use my mess kit for good, or to refill my water bottles, something like that. I'm begging you. I think we're going the right way. I kind of convinced myself that we weren't for a moment. I see a shooter on the roof over there at the opposite Khrushchevka, the adjacent Khrushchevka. We're going to keep our fucking head down and move. We should honestly sleep. You know what? I don't love doing this, but I'm going to do it. I'm gonna go upstairs here. Or yeah, we're gonna go upstairs. Since the slats or the slits in the stairwell are not facing that shooter, I'm gonna go up here. Oh, look at this, perfect. We're gonna listen. I hear nothing. All right, and we're gonna rack out right here, quickly, very, very quickly. Fingers crossed, all goes well. Fingers fucking crossed. Okay, we slept for 9 hours. Very good. The sun is shining in VOSTOK. We're still good. Energy and hydration, everything's fine. There's a CD player. That's nuts. I'll take that. Never have I ever found 2 of those back to back. It's noon, so we slept pretty good. Let's get the hell out of Dodge. Actually, let's Alright. Do we have... What all do we have? Oh, we have plenty of stuff. We have plenty of stuff. I was getting worried that we were going to run out of... Yeah, we're fine. I'm going to eat these tomatoes, get our hydration up. That should put it at... Yeah, perfect. At 100. Now let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Road to VOSTOK, everybody. Road to VOSTOK. 10,000 years of Road to VOSTOK. It is the quintessential Finnish survival game. What a fucking cool game. What a cool fucking game. What a cool country for this game to come out of. I love that we're getting some representation in the world other than United States, Russia, fucking Balkans. I can't think of anywhere else that's really getting represented. A survival shooter out of Finland is just not what anyone was expecting, I don't think. And it is just so good, so fun, so good. So the gameplay loop is so tight, in my opinion. And you know, I'm a veteran of survival shooter games and survival games in general. I've played just about every fucking tactical shooter there is over the last 20 years. You know, I mean, I've got a pretty substantial repertoire of or resume, I should say, of games, and I've invested a lot of time into the genre, whether it be Zomboid or DayZ or Tarkov. You know, I've played them all extensively. And man, VOSTOK just... Stalker is my bread and butter. I've played Stalker since I was a little boy, and I have played every single game, multiple times over, fucking eating that shit up from start to finish. I have well over 1,000 hours in Anomaly and Gamma. You know, that is what created everything. That's you know, that's my go-to whenever I think of I'm gonna blow this mine. You know, whenever I think of, you know, what defined me, what, you know, defined me as a person, as a gamer or whatever, you know, it's Stalker, you know, and that universe as a whole is so important to me. And this is just doing, it's doing everything that I loved about Stalker in a different environment with a fresh premise. It's, you know, societal collapse, and no one's ever really done just a societal collapse video game. There's usually something attached to it, like a zombie apocalypse, which is great if, you know, in like the zomboid context. You know, I love a zombie game, don't get me wrong. I love DayZ, I love Project Zomboid, but this, the groundedness, the struggle is you versus your fellow man. You know, it's the humble struggle of survival. How long can man survive, you know, when everything wants to fucking kill you and eat you? Well, I'm not saying the people want to eat you. I don't think we've devolved into cannibalism yet. But it's what happens when the government's not coming. Because the government's not coming. The government doesn't give a fuck about you. It's not coming to help you. No one's coming to save you. It's you. Can you put shots on target? Can you endeavor each day to fucking survive against all odds? Can you do that? And I love that. I love the amount of like pressure that puts on the individual to survive. You know, to truly survive. And there's so much planned. The roadmap's out, and there's so much to come beyond what we've already talked about. You know, eventually we're gonna have like 8 new maps in VOSTOK, including a place off the coast. There's gonna be like a more survival heavy area up north. At least I think it's gonna be survival heavy, because the generalist mentions it for hunting. It says there's a lot of good hunting or fishing up there. I can't remember. Maybe more pike in the north. I don't know. But I imagine that's gonna, you know, that's gonna be really neat. Dynamic weather is eventually coming. We already have dynamic weather. Dynamic seasons, excuse me, is gonna be coming eventually. Can't wait for that. Cannot wait for true seasons, and I can't wait to see the struggles that come with that. Hopefully, before that comes out, there is more work done on the survival system, so we're not just suffering. Because I did try the winter mode, and food can freeze, which renders it null and unvaluable. Excuse me. You can't sell frozen food to traders; they won't buy it, and you can't eat it either. So it's, you know, some different challenges. Plus, you have to worry about your body temperature. And I found what I thought was fantastic insulated clothing, and my body temperature was still dropping outdoors. So it really puts some strain on you. All right, look at us. Look at us. Fantastic opening run. And this is the type of fucking energy that we have to keep up. We have to keep this up, and keep moving forward strong like we are doing right now. I'm gonna blow my nose, get my mental health up. And Splint has to stay behind this time. You never need the Splint until you really need it, and thankfully we have 2 right now, right? Yeah. It's one of those things like, you know, oh, being out in the world without a Like right now, I'm trying not to think about not having a med kit on us. That is one of the quintessential must-have survival pieces. The AFAC is significantly better because it takes up 4 slots, but I found 2 of those in the entire time I played VOSTOK. The IFAC takes up 1, and I've only found 2 of those as well. Hilariously enough, I found them back-to-back on this map. These poor horses. I know we're wearing our character ragged here. I'm going to stop briefly and drink or eat these peaches. Okay. Good. Good. Right past these artillery emplacements, we find salvation in our tent. Doctor is back. Yes, Doctor is back. We actually don't have to stop at the tent. We can worry about that later. We can come back and move stuff around. I would like to create like a staging center there, some type of OP that we can launch raids from deeper into the zone. But for the most part, we shouldn't have to worry about. We won't have to worry about staying there for extended periods of time. While we're here, I am going to check our big 3. This is like the biggest fucking hotspot for loot. Fighter jet. Oh my god. From where? Okay, broken bone. That's not good. Fuck me. Welcome back home. Motherfucker, that's unbelievable. Well, we took one. Good thing we caught that. The trees start shooting us with 45s. The trees start speaking Finnish. That one actually, that motherfucker didn't speak, did he? Alright. Well, off to school we go. I guess we could... Do we have... no, we don't have any more melatonin. Let's stop in here and see if we have anything. If we have melatonin in here or a spare pillow, I'm going to rack out. Just out of principle. We have all these guns that I had forgotten about. Look at all this stuff. Let's take our water with us and leave the rest. I don't have space for you folks, sorry. I don't want to use that pillow to sleep. I'd rather just move at night to the school, knock out our quest real quick, and then unwind in the confines of the classroom. Hold on. I'm a fucking idiot. Get over here, dude. Hold the phone. You know what we have. And what is that? Oh, yes. What is that? That is a plate. A level 3 plate. Perfect. And that will stop repeated handgun and rifle impacts. Well, I think it'll stop rifle. It won't stop AP, but it'll definitely stop a rifle round. 7.62. It'll stop 5.56. I don't know how many repeated impacts. I should really get my brain back up to date on armor fucking pen levels and shit. God, I have too much going on to fucking add anything else to my brain. I was just talking to my wife about this, like how learning new knowledge feels like my brain's actually growing, and it's kind of painful. I was jokingly talking about scooping like my favorite stuff out to add more math room, because I've been learning so much math, so much math. I was talking about scooping out like my camouflage pattern knowledge, and she's like, "No, that's your favorite. You can't do that." No, you're right. You gotta have something you enjoy. You gotta have something you enjoy to fall back on, keep you fucking sane, or else you'll lose your mind. I think there's a guy right here on our left. Something terrifying. I thought I had a ghost in my house for a moment. If you kill an enemy in VOSTOK, and it doesn't seem to matter. You listen. If you kill an enemy and then enter your start screen, you are forced to listen to their death rattle. That percolate. Fuck you. Fuck me. Okay, I'm gonna go kill him. I'm just gonna go kill him. I'm gonna get it over with. I'm gonna reload first. And then I'm gonna go kill him. I'm gonna get it over with. And we're going to have a good time. Okay. All right. Yep. I'm gonna drink this. Oh, that's right over my head. Let's go drop this shit off and get into the classroom before we something bad happens. Hello, doctor.
Pillereitä, nappeja vai kenties jotain vahvempaa?
It's nice. It's nice to be here. All right. Pop, pop, pop.
Kyllä se vaan
Thank
jaksaa
you.
yllättää.
Fuck you. Quit. I don't know what you're saying to me, but I wish you'd quit saying it.
Olikohan kaapissa vielä sitä linimenttiä? Ihmeiden aika ei oo.
All right. So we got some quests done for him. Let's see. This is worth 500. That's awesome. I'll take everything. Everything. Give me everything, please. So if we take all of this, let's see what we can trade for that. Oh yeah, he's very interested in this. Cool. How about these peanuts? You want those peanuts? And what else can we trade? Oh yeah. So give me the peanuts back. Can we add anything else on that? No, we shouldn't, should we? Okay, how about that?
Hyvä. Ei anneta kivulle valtaa.
Cool. So let me get this organized. This is a quest item. This is a quest item. We'll unload this. $11 years later. Okay, there we go. Quest item. One painkiller. This is for me. Let's go to our newfound paradise. Actually, now we have space to loot. Can't help myself. I'm addicted to the loot. All right. Cool. Cool, man. All right, in we go. Thank fucking God. Thank God. This is so important. I do not... and it comes with a bed. I forgot. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. We're going to take our well-deserved rest and move this around how we wish. This light... Hold on. Okay, there's only one light. That's unfortunate. That's okay, though. That's okay. So, we are going to... how do we want to do this? Let's put our No. Here's an idea. Let's put this here. Put the lockers here like so. We'll try to keep the lockers like in the on the sides of the room here. I'm gonna put our bed over here. Wait a second. Get on the floor, motherfucker. Okay. Put this nice little rug next to our... No, we're not gonna put it there. I'm gonna put this here. At least for starters. What do you think? Yeah, that's not too shabby. So, we need a nightstand. I'd like a foot locker. We can take it from the, we can't take the foot locker from the, oh, the whatchamacallit. From the tent, but I'd kind of like to keep it. There. No, you need to be closer, Mr. Trolley. Come on, you know better. Well, that's as close as it'll let us get. All right, so we got the trolley set up. I'm gonna put our chair back here. How did I have this set up the last time? I had a pretty cool setup going. Hold on, if we put our chair here, right, with our back to the wall, essentially. No, it's the lockers. The lockers are fucking me up. Let's move these over here. We're just gonna line the walls with lockers. And that gives us space to exist over here, so we can put this wherever we need to put it, which for us right now is gonna be here. And then we'll put this down here. Right? And then this gives us the ability to put several more tables here. I had previously been sleeping back here, but I like it better like this already. And then it's not Observer Monk's hideout if we don't have several rugs. Now, if I can get the rug to oh, for fuck's sakes, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, there we go. All right. And then these can go, one of these can go here, and I'll show you why. We'll eventually use this for storage of items, various items. Put a chair over here. And a chair over here for the time being. The Llewellyn Moss special. Chair facing the door. And this will be... Yeah, this will go here. Like so. Alright. Perfect. Now we've got to start. So first and foremost, the AK goes on the table. The AK goes on the table. We can put this pillow over here to help increase our comfort. And then we can use the trolley as intended and put our stuff on it like so. I am going to leave this here, I do believe. Here, we'll make it more immersive. There we go. Gotta sleep with your gat next to you. Can't leave your gat behind. Alright, I'm gonna throw this up in here. Reload this stuff. And this will be our terminatus point for this episode. And then we will pursue new and exciting endeavors in the next part. So sorry about the about how much time it's taken for you. It's been nothing. I don't know why I'm apologizing actually, but it's been a journey. It really has. It's been very difficult to keep this series alive, and I hate that because I love it so much. I really don't want to be playing anything else. We'll have to get this set up like so. Batteries are a quest item, quest item, quest item, quest item. Take 20, quest item. This can go in here for now. I'm going to start dropping all of our meds off that we don't need. I need quest item, quest item. I need bleed stop. 1, 2 bleed stops. You can all go in here, followed by you guys. And then I'm going to eat all of these cold medicines we bought, the cheap alternative. That'll get us up to 90, which is more than enough. And for the time being, food is going to oh, no, we can get up to 95. I didn't see this one. For the time being, food and water and whatnot is going to share a home with the meds, which shouldn't be a problem. We can always get more outside. It is 10 o'clock. Very good. So our batteries can go over here. All right, and we need to be on the lookout for a first aid kit. So this is our humble abode. Our humble abode indeed. We're doing great. So, gang, thank you so much for sticking with me, tuning in, and enjoying the content that we put out. I love Road to VOSTOK, and like I said, you know, May is going to be a heavy VOSTOK month. You'll definitely see the return of everything else following this marathon run. But until we hit 50 days in this game world, I don't think we're going anywhere. It's going to be a kind of a funny month, but I really, really enjoy the game. I have nothing but positive things to say about it, and I'm unbelievably excited to see the future of this. It's everything I've been looking for in a game. And I didn't really know that until we started playing again, and now it's like, how the fuck were we not playing it more? So, if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We have more content on the way as always. Something for everybody, no doubt. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, games you want me to play, videos you want me to make, suggestions for things to do within the games, please let me know down below. The comment section is the best way to get a hold of me right now. I do read every comment. If you want to play Road to VOSTOK for yourself and experience the joy that is my finished summer, that link will also be in the description. And remember to mind the gap, stalkers. Mind the gap. And have a good one.